Our history is very important, man. It really is. Our history is very important. Man, the more and more, look, man, let me tell you something. I just came from the Pan Health. It's a place where they like a rehab where they treat sores and wounds. It's similar to a hospital. It's similar to a nursing home, but it's not. It's just like it, but they treat wounds and sores until you're able to like go home, and that's my plan. I will ever, never, ever, ever in my entire life I leave my mother in a place like that without coming up here every single day, staying all night, every day, all through the day, however, how much time I need to be here. Because believe you me, I'm coming back, and I'm gonna be here every single day, all through the night, man. I'm talking about staying all night. I ain't talking about like being at home and calling up here. It ain't nothing like being there in the presence of that person at all time. That's me. That's how you supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? Drop you off a couple of days, and then the next couple of days you come check and all that. No, fuck no. That ain't the no, fuck that. No, man, you don't get down like that with your people, man. Because you wouldn't want nobody to think. If you watching this video right now, you wouldn't want nobody to do this shit to you. I'm 1 minute and 34 seconds into this video. You ain't gonna want nobody to do that shit to you. If you got old, if you lived long enough and gotten old, would you want somebody to forsake you? No. Don't we always say treat people the way you want to be treated? Don't we always say that shit? Do you think people doing that? We all know the answer. None of us are dumb. We'll try to play dumb, but we know it ain't nobody living that shit what they say, bro. We already know it. You know it just as well as I do. You adult watching this video just like I'm an adult. And we all know this shit. We all know nobody wants to be ill-treated fucking wrong. We automatically know this shit. So I really don't even have to even say shit. But you know what? Them older people used to say all the time, every dog got its day. And my mother used to put it like this. Before she got like this, she used to repeat it all the time. Every tub got to set in its own water. That's what she said. It may not be in the same way. It'll be in a different way or whatever. But when you do wrong, she'll always tell you, especially if you do a child of God wrong, that shit gonna come around. Some people, and I'm gonna say it like this here. I don't wish bad. I don't like to do that, and that hurts. It's a hurting thing because I don't want to see none of my people down. I don't want to see that. I really don't. Just like I don't want to be down like that. But when a person do you dirty and do you wrong and don't give a damn, they don't give a fuck. Sometimes some people just need to have a taste of their own medicine. Some people need to go down in the gutter and get a taste of their own medicine sometimes, see exactly how it feels. You know what I mean? But, man, look, the more I be, and like I said, this is what I really wanted to say. The only thing that's keeping me coming to these places like these healthcare facilities, if it wasn't my mother, man, ain't no way in the world I'd be spending all my time up in there like that. I would, but I love my mother to the end, bro. I love my mother to death and things of that nature, man. I mean that. And my mother gonna be good, man. My mother gonna be good. She is healing. It's a slow process because the stroke was so severe. Because there are different types of strokes. All strokes are not the same. Some strokes don't paralyze you, just depending on the type of stroke you have. You know what I mean? Like my mother, this is her second stroke. Now the first stroke, she still was able to walk and talk and she still was able to talk and communicate and walk around and take care of business and do a normal routine. But the only difference was it left her with a limp, but you couldn't tell. She used to get a testimony all the time how God brought her out of that the first stroke and stuff like that. And she said that when she would tell the testimony, people would look at her and she would say, "Where y'all from? Where you from?" "Oh, I'm from Louisiana. I got how many kids? I got 5 children. One of my sons at home with me, and I had a stroke in 2005. I think that's what she said." And they look at her like, "Well, child, you don't, baby, you don't look like you don't look like you had no stroke." They look at her like they even seen a ghost. She said, "Yeah, I have. Yes, I did. I sure did. I had a stroke." That's what she said. But anyway, uh, the more I see of what so-called white people, man, even when they changing them people, man, I hated I smelled that whether that shit came. Boy, I tell you, man, they bowels smell horrible, man. I wouldn't even, man, that's why I say, man, ooh, Lord have mercy, man. I don't see how a lot of our people be dating them people, man. Hell no. I don't even talk to them, man, at all. Unless it has to do with business or something like that. They explaining to me some stuff about my mother's situation, her lap, what you call that, autopsy or a laptopsy or something like that. The evidence of her system and all, it tells everything about your body and stuff. When the doctors do the exams and stuff, they call the autopsy, I think. The laptopsy or autopsy, one of them. And either they may call it a memo. Memo contain what happens to you, like evidence that they seek up, and they can tell what you've been eating. They can tell how much you've been eating and everything, like the memo and the autopsy and all of that. When they did all the X, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, if it comes down to something, that's why I left my phone number and my name up on the thing. I'm going home for right now, but believe me, I'm coming back. I'll be back today. Oh, I'm letting it slide. I stay with my mother overnight. Sometime I attempt to call her and check on her, ask them, give me what is she doing right now? She's sleeping. She what is she doing? You know, I let them just give me some information on it. And, you know, she sleep. Okay, fine. Because most of the time I just come on back up here because sometimes I can't depend upon them to say, oh, they'll say, well, oh, the nurse is not available right now and this and that. Could you call me back? Or could you give me the number? I say my number's on the my number's on the board in the room up in there. And a lot of them, man, some of them, not all of them, but most of them don't give a damn. So that's why I say, I'm coming. That's why I'm here every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm up here every day, all through the night. I stay overnight every night. I sure do. Man, I take pride in my mother, man, my culture of people, my Black and Hispanic and Native American culture. Hell yeah, I do. Yeah, I take pride in my culture, my Black and Hispanic culture. I sure do. A lot of people say they people, but not me. Not on my watch, it ain't gonna happen. And I mean that shit. Hell yeah. A lot of people ain't gonna watch my video because they're gonna say I got too much damn cussing in it. Cussing and cursing is two different things. The Christian church is so damn brainwashed, like I used to be brainwashed, but I woke up and came out that bullshit because it was some bullshit. They don't realize cussing and cursing is two different things. When you say damn, that's not a curse word. God damn. The only thing you saying is God condemned. That's all you saying. When you say God damn, God, God, D-A-M, something like D-A-M-E, damn. What does damn mean? Damn means you're being judged, man. That's all it means. Damn means you're being judged. So when you say God, you're saying God judges, God condemns. That's all you're saying. See, the Christian church, man, they don't take time to break them words down. Oh, he just cussed. Get your ass over here. Now, when you say the word ass, it just means you're just using a word. You're not actually calling the person and saying that they are a donkey. You're just using it as a slang. It's just a slang word that you're using to complete a context, but you're not actually meaning that the person is a damn animal or whatever. You just use it as a slang. But when the Christian church, when you break this down to the Christian church, they not gonna understand that. Most of them not. Some of them still say, "Oh, that's a curse word." No, it's not. Cursing is what's bad. When you wish bad luck upon people, that's bad. Yeah. Well, you see these people going to work. Some of them going to work, some of them getting off, I believe. Like they always say, you can't judge a book by its cover. But yeah, man, I'm on my way home for temporarily. I have my ass back up here later on today. I will. I just come home, freshen up. You see my bags and stuff, my sack and stuff, my books and stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to come and put that out here. Yeah. Hospitals, man, the nursing homes, and whether it's a healthcare facility and stuff, the people do a great. Some of them do a great job in taking care of the patients, and some of them really actually kind of give a damn a little, somewhat what. But let me tell you something, man. It ain't nothing like you being up and getting around and taking care of yourself. Don't get me wrong now. You'll make it in that. You'll make it with the right people, certain people. I'm not saying everybody, but I would say the large majority, no. Because some people, when you're in them rooms up in there, if you got a bit, they got a little thing where you can hit the button if you want something, and they'll say the terror team has been called. The thing like you can hit the little button on your bed, and they can come up in the room up in there, and they'll get you what you want or whatever. But all the whole time, they ain't gonna be able to sit up in there the whole time and just cater to you and talk to you and stuff, because they gonna in their mind, I got business work in here to do. I ain't gonna be able to do it. If you need something, I can get it or whatever. That's why I say, man, you'll make it. They got a TV in there and everything. But look, man, it ain't nothing gonna be like your natural, original, where you can get up and go get stuff when you get ready, eat when you get ready, go to bed when you. No, it ain't. It's not, because at that point you got to be taken care of. You got to rely upon somebody else and depend upon somebody. That's why I'm up here with my mother all the time, every day, all through the night, every day, all through the day. Somebody come like mama at home and it's 3 in the evening and say, well, I'm going, you need a ride up there. I'm going that way 3. And if it's 3 and I'm done with everything, yeah, I'm going back. If it's 2, I'm going back. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And just talking to her and stuff, letting her know she gonna make it. And she is. It ain't nothing like you would do it. Have you ever heard people say it ain't no place like home? That's a true goddamn saying. It ain't nothing like you would do it. No. People can come into your aid, bring you water, bring all of this type of stuff, food and everything. You can call on them to do this here and that, this and that and the third, but it ain't. It does not take place. You can get your ass up and go and get everything you need for yourself. Nothing take the place of that. Nobody can never take the place of that. Because, man, I'm here to tell you, man, from being around this shit, man, and seeing what them elderly people go through in there every day, that's worse than prison. That's worse than jail. And I'm like this here, man. I don't really like talking to really nurses and doctors too. I really don't care for them, none of them. Because most of them are really is there just for a check. Notice I said most of them. I didn't say all of them. I said most of them. Most of them are there for just, it's a job, it's a business to them, you know? Once they get their hours in, they gone, man, for the day. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not I realize it's a job and people work and they can't, they don't work. But I'm just saying, you have different people come in and work a different shift. Not all them people is just actually gonna just care like that. Not everybody gonna give a damn like that. Hold on. Yeah, not everybody's gonna give a damn like that. And the people watching this video, this understand logic, they'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. You can. Not everybody, just like not everybody is your friend. Everybody, it's impossible for everybody to be your friend. Everybody in the damn world in the city is not going to be your real friend. They're not going to be willing to care and love you like that. No, it's just impossible, man. Yeah, and them nursing home and healthcare facilities, man, it ain't nothing nice. You paralyzed, you can't do nothing for yourself. You got to push a button, you calling on them to get your water and all that kind of stuff. They'll do it, you get it done, but it ain't gonna be nothing like the way you would do it. Nothing. No, it ain't gonna be nothing like no place like home, partner. None. Just like they used to say, it ain't gonna be. You can get fake teeth. Go to a dentist and get fake teeth in your mouth, but they say it ain't gonna be nothing like your real teeth. No teeth ain't gonna be nothing like your real teeth. That's why I do everything I can to take care of the real ones I got. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, it ain't nothing like your original health. Nothing is gonna take the place of it. Not gonna never be like your original teeth. So that's all I want to come and say. I'm ranting and talking and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out here for right now. But I'll be back at y'all sometime later on today. And our history is very important. That's what I call the video. Because the history of us as a black people, man, Hispanic and Native American people, we go through a lot. We really hate each other, and it starts from the stem of slavery and all that type of stuff, man. And all these systems and hospitals and nursing homes and all of that shit is it's all designed and set up for our failure, for us to be killed, die off. And it's all about them making money off of you. It's a business. These hospitals, nursing, all this shit is a business. It's a conspiracy set up to really kill the black people, the Hispanic and Native American people. Yeah. This system was never designed and built for us to succeed in this life. Yeah, and you have to understand the history, the history of how white people got this country. They got it through rape, rob, and murder. Yeah, they got it through rape, robbery, murder. They killed off Native American. That's how they were able to build the empire. They came together as a unit with the so-called German, all of them. They came together with 1%, and they succeeded at what they were doing and stuff like that. So that's why we need to know our own history. Yeah, we hate each other and everything because we have been trained and taught to hate each other by the oppressor, the white man. See, a lot of black women, I noticed that they don't really come in the room too much because they found out that, uh, hold on here. I didn't realize I dropped my bag. Yeah, I left my bag, dropped my bag, and didn't even realize. But yeah, man, black women, so-called black women, and the so-called white man and white women are the main enemies that's destroying our African American community. They are because I just see how they cater to them a lot. You know what I mean? I know they got to talk to them in order to be able to keep their job, and they got to be able to cooperate with them because I understand that's how they got to live and get their little coins and stuff like that. I understand that. You know what I mean? That they're gonna compromise. They probably don't want to deal with them, but they have no other choice but to deal with them because they gotta get their bills paid. They got to get all that done, and they can't jeopardize. They're in a situation to where their hand is in, like they'll call it, in the lion's mouth. And sometimes you got to do what you got to do, what you don't want to do. And I guess a lot of it's looking at it like that. But with me, I'm like this: if you is my enemy and you paying me to work for you, I'm not gonna sit up there and talk to you and pretend like everything is okay and I like you like that. I'm gonna want to be upfront with you, according to the Bible, tell you you are my enemy. I don't care what you do for me. Yes, I'm working for you, but the Bible says, God says that He hate your people for what your people did to my people. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there. I'm just gonna be like they be upfront and racist. I'm gonna be upfront and racist to their face. That's how you have to be. Ain't no sense in lying. Ain't no sense in me sitting up saying I love them. If they say, "Do you love me?" Nope, I don't. If they would say that, no, I don't. Do you love white people? Do you love white children? Do you love white women? Do you love white men? No, I don't. No, and I can explain to them why I don't. Why would I have love for people who are oppressing us on a daily basis? That hung our people from trees, and still to this day would do the same thing in 2026 and still doing it. No, why would I do that, Jeff? Why would I want to love a people like that who keeps you poor? You let my ancestors living in an African American community and poor, barely can pay rent, and by the time you do get your little so-called money or half of it, over half of it got to go on rent, then you got to pay light bill and you got to do all that light bill. And by the time you do all that shit, you ain't got nothing. Why would I love a people like that? No, the things that you do to my ancestors, what I look like loving you? No. I mean, why would you have love for your enemy? Why would you have love for the people, the same people that's destroying you? If you go here and if you hold up a bank right here in right here, if you, that's Chase Bank, right? If you hold up that bank, you think so-called white people, think about Dylan Root went into a Burger King. I think that was Dylan Root. He went into a Burger King and shot up the Burger King. And what did them so-called white police do? They took him to Burger King. He went and shot up a church. I mean, my bad. He shot up a church in 2015, and I think it was like shot and killed 9 black people in cold blood and wounded like 29 of them. I can't remember. And after he did that, they took him to Burger King. Now, name a black or Hispanic man that then committed some kind of crime, got taken and took him shopping. Name, I look online and I see that they have black women for stealing money and committing felonies and stuff like that. Name one time they said they're gonna take them to Burger King or take them shopping. Oh, well, we're gonna take you shopping, don't worry about that. Only thing they did, and only thing they do is just put drugs in our community, destroying my brothers or destroying our family generation. So why would I love people that's putting drugs in our community and destroying our community? You make that make sense to me. I would never love people who intentionally putting harm to my people. No, that's not going to happen. I would never love the same people who is killing my people, who will put my people behind bars and captivity, slavery, put them in jail, prison. I can never have love for people like that. Because the reason I'm saying that is because the so-called white man, they providing the resources for our people is to do that. The resources of drugs. For example, another one, guns. They don't want to get rid of the gun law. And a lot of our people is dying in the streets and killing each other because of that. So white people is contributed to all of the destruction all over the world, because that's all they do is go around and destroy everything they put their hands to. It destroys everything. They destroys everything and everybody, somebody coming up killed and destroyed because of white people. So why would I, in essence, ank up my hands for that, something like that? Mm-mm. God would put wrath on me for doing that. That's why he said, they'll join hand in hand, the wicked will not be unpunished. If you join in hands with your enemy, and that's what our black women are doing. That's why I call them the #1 enemy to white supremacy. Somebody else said that on YouTube too. Now I'm repeating it. I think I always did have like a wise outlook when it came to so-called white people. I was just ignorant with it, and I was still talking to them, but I wasn't as dumb. But I feel like I always had been different since I've been into the world, man. But yeah, no, I would never support and love people who's wiping my people off every day, getting them pulled over, and then they getting don't know whether they're gonna make it out alive, being pulled over. No, why would I want to clout for something like that? Not me. Y'all can play games with them and pretend like everything is okay. Oh, God loves everybody. I got white. No, I'm not doing that. And black women are good. I don't care if you giving me, I don't give a damn if you gave me $2 million home, gave me a $2 million home and a $2 million in cash and put it in my bank or what. I'm still gonna say, you the devil. The white man is the devil. That's what I'm still gonna say. I mean, it ain't gonna change your bloodline. Say, yeah, I mean, you still what you are. I mean, I can appreciate what they, you know what I'm saying, what happened and what they, and can be grateful that I have wealth. But as far as me sitting up there trying to thank you for, I mean, no. I just said don't change nothing. You still the white so-called white man. You still the enemy that the Bible calls you. It's not gonna change you. One thing about it, I'm gonna say it like this: you cannot wash that DNA away. If you're a Caucasian, you can't wash that shit away. I don't care what you do, what good you do. You know, just like me, I can't wash my ethnicity away, regardless of what I do. I can't wash the Creole culture away. I can't do it. No. But I ain't gonna be sitting up there trying to pretend with them like black women, so-called a lot of them. Now it's not all of them, but it's a large majority. The vast majority of them are doing it. They be trying to mistreat their own people just to accept the approval from the dominant society. Hell no, that's not me. Women like that is dangerous, and I don't like talking to them, and I would not talk to them because they just as dangerous. The black women, so-called black women, and black men is just, if they got an Uncle Tom mindset, they is just as bad as the enemy. They'll be worse than the enemy. So they dangerous. I wouldn't even want to be holding a conversation with them at all. I treat them just like the so-called white man, a white woman. I wouldn't invite them in my house. No, you wouldn't be invited in my house. No, if I find out what type of mindset I'm just saying. I'm not saying I wouldn't. But if I find out the mindset you got, you will never come back to my house no more. Hell no. Well, if you got that white supremacist mindset, you stay your ass away from my house. You're not invited to none of my cookouts, nothing. I would not sit at no welcome table with no enemy, that somebody who represents the enemy. No. I would not sit at the welcome table with your homie or home girl. No. If you tied to the enemy and you love the enemy, you love the white man more than you love your own people by being mistreating your own people, being a damn Uncle Tom, letting you know that now, you will not be invited into my presence. I will not be holding a conversation with you at all. Now you can put that in the pipe and smoke. Let that soak in for a while. Do I mean that? Hell yeah, I mean the shit. You helping the enemy destroy your people. Or destroy us. No, I wouldn't invite you into my house because your ass is dangerous. Just like having you in there in the house is just like having a damn bomb that's gonna explode and blow that motherfucker up. So that's all I gotta say for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close this video out. Our history is very important. That's what I named the video. Now I'm out. I figured this was about 33 minutes. I knew it. All right, I'm out.